Welcome to Game Face on FLSportsFan.com. It's the holiday season, and we'll start talking about why Tony Sparano should be the NFL's Coach of the Year. We'll go over all the Florida college teams playing in a big football bowl game this holiday season, and we're going to do it with our good friend Gary Fineout, the sports addict, who is in the cold climes of the North Pole in one of the cheesiest hats I've ever seen.
Happy holidays, Ron. I'm ready for some football and lots of food.
Well, the Dolphins were hoping to make it to the playoff, but no question, Tony Sparano among those few names mentioned as NFL Coach of the Year.
Absolutely. This is an amazing performance, and you know, I really just can't tell you how incredible it is, that this turnaround from 1-15 last year to a shot at the playoffs, and you know, just to take the AFC East title. This is amazing.
Well, how ironic also that the Dolphins turnaround is brainstormed and brainchilded by the brilliant Bill Parcells, the Big Tuna.
Without a doubt, and obviously the best decision, as we've said all year long, getting Chad Pennington, who should have been in the Pro Bowl but was snubbed in favor of Brett Favre. I think Pennington has had an amazing impact on this team.
And last word on this, Lou Saban could never have done this with the Dolphins. Never.
Never.
Didn't have it in him to be a pro coach.
Never.
To the Florida college ranks, we've got lots of teams in bowl season. The Florida Atlantic University Owls in a bowl game, and their coach, Howard the Schnellenberger, has never lost.
Never lost until this week. They shouldn't even be in the bowl game.
Gary, come on, man. Can't you be a homer? It's bowl season.
I'd like to say that it would be great if they would win. I just don't think it'll happen.
Okay, Gary, all the way from the north part of the state to South Florida, you are getting the penalty flag early, not just for that nasty call, but for that ridiculous hat. Oops. Okay, moving on. All right, you say the Owls lose. Let's go on. Who else we got in a game? How about those University of Miami Hurricanes? But are they playing without their starting quarterback?
Yeah, their starting quarterback got suspended for this game. But you know what? Even though it's going to be a challenge, I like Miami in this game. I think they got too much talent for California to deal with, and I would not be surprised if the Canes pull this out and they set a message for, hey, we're going to be back in national title contendership next year.
And Randy Shannon getting good marks across the board for being a good coach, well-liked by the players and by the alums.
Yeah, without a doubt. I mean, they had a couple of rough spots at the very end of the season, but I think they're going to come into this game, and I think they're going to prove something to the nation.
Well, Bobby Bowden, Joe Paterno, both coming back for another year at Penn State and Florida State, fighting it out for who's going to be the winningest college coach of all time. But will Bobby win this bowl game that FSU is in?
Well, you know, there is a part of me that would like to say it's going to be really, really tough, but here's what I would say is I think if they've got a month to prepare, which they did, I expect good things from FSU. I think this is their 27th consecutive bowl appearance. They are a quality team. They have some talent in offense.
What is Wisconsin, like a complete loser?
No, they're not a complete loser. Well, no, they're not a complete loser, but they lost 4 straight in the middle of the game. They needed overtime to beat their last opponent, which was a Division I AA team. So I think Florida State's got the athletes that they'll be able to pull this out.
I think so too. FSU all the way. And now let's talk about the big game, January 8th. The dreaded Florida Gators, awesome, peaking when it matters all through the end of the season against the Oklahoma Sooner offensive monster.
This is going to be a hell of a game. That's all I can say. I mean, you have 2 of the top scoring offenses in the nation, and I mean, we've seen what the Gators have done in the close of the season. We saw what Oklahoma can do. 2 Heisman trophies. I mean, there's so many storylines here with this game.
And how about the Oklahoma coach used to be an assistant under Spurrier at Florida? That's a big deal.
Yeah, although I would say, and because of that, I'm kind of surprised that it's not that Oklahoma is scoring so many points and they're not more of a defensive team. But here's what I say. A couple of key points. Will Percy Harvin return? He's nursing that sore ankle. We don't know if he's going to be able to make it.
He'll play. He'll play no matter what.
If he plays, he's a difference maker, without a doubt.
And you know what? All Gator fans all over the Gator Nation, all over the country and the world wondering, will Tim Tebow return for his senior season? Let's call it right now, right here. The Gators win the game, win the national championship, and Tebow will return.
I think Tebow will return, and I think the reason he will return is he's going to get much more greater glory in college than I think there's a lot of pro scouts that have sort of an uncertain picture about him. I think if he could come back for another season and show why he is such a special quarterback.
Well, Gary, I want to thank you as the sports addict. You run a great blog for us on FLSportsFan.com. We've had a great first season here on FLSportsFan.com on Game Face.
I couldn't agree with you more, Ron. It's been a blast, and I just can't wait to watch all this football in the next few weeks.
By the way, Gary, everywhere I disagreed with you in this program, people will believe me for one principal reason. I'm not wearing the ridiculous hat. All right, FL Sports fans, thanks for watching this edition of Game Face. Hope all your teams win. Go Gators. Okay. Hey, here's a special holiday greeting. They say the University of Florida is in Gainesville, but the Gator Nation is everywhere. Well, from Frascati, Italy, Sylvie Bacci, a Gator fan, with a holiday wish for January 8th for the Florida Gators.
Go Gators.
Chomp, chomp, chomp. Can you say it in Italian?
Vai alligators. Chomp, chomp, chomp.
Chomp is in Italian?
We would say that. Chomp, chomp, chomp.
Okay.
Chomp,
Go Gators.
Go Gators. Chomp, chomp, chomp.
Okay.